Hi everyone. We talk about the communication and its different variation of communications. Communication is a sending and receiving a message between two or more parties. It can be happen vertically, horizontally, formally, informally, and it can be happen in different ways, right? And we talk about the intercommunication, external communication. So today, uh, the this lesson we are going to talk about the importance of communication in business organization and also what are the different types of methods that we can available to communicate. Right. Talk about what is the importance of communication. If intercommunication is poor, problems can also arise. Problems can arise. As a result, efficiency and profitability may suffer. Look at this example. Poor communication can lead to mistakes, wasted resources, and confusion. For example, let's say a marketing manager, he didn't know about the items of they had to produce. They have a confusion. For example, production manager should inform marketing manager should be informed to the production manager. Then on they have a very good relationship and the communication. Then on they can actually without any problem they can do. But in organization, if the marketing manager not informed to the production manager how much they want the orders, there is a confusion. And production manager not inform that amount of production, how much resources they need to invest to the financial manager. They can't give the required resources to the production department. Therefore, every department, it's either HR, it's either production, it's either marketing, or it's either financial management. You have to have a very good information, like information link must be there. So otherwise, there will sort of confusion can be happen. Poor external communication will be happen. Staff will be like a poor motivation to work being accidentally repeated. Repetition can be happen as a result of that. And poor external communication can make business work like a looks foolish and maybe cost it money. For example, if price on the company's website set too low, then what happened? By mistake, the prices on the website very low. This could lead to flood of online orders because when people they like to have the low prices always then, but actually what happened? They may have to accept it at a loss. You can't deny that because that's the price tag because it's not updated. It can be happen, right? The poor communication with outsiders could also damage the image of the company. The main effects of poor communication. Let's see this figure. You can find out the main for like a poor the results of the poor communication. Mistakes can occur. So mistakes can occur as a result of that. You know the defects could can be happen, and then sometimes samples problem can be happen, and also produce can be become scrap or wasted. For example, you get an order to produce let's say red color t-shirts, but accidentally what happened without the information not given properly to the marketing manager didn't inform properly to the production manager, right? He produced purple color. Then what happened? Entire order the customer going to cancel. That's why mistakes can be happen as a result. The damage, the good and everything, the goods can be. There will be no economic value after that because the rejection of orders. Cost can be rise as a result of that cost. The construction project, as a result of this problem, cost can be increased. Can be delayed as a result of breakdown can be happening in communication. Financial penalties may be the cost will arise as a result of that. Third one, staff motivation will be suffer as a result of that. Poor communication can frustrate the employees and could result in higher absenteeism and staff turnover. If you're familiar with these two words, absenteeism means actually people get absent and they delayed for their work. Sometimes they're supposed to come at 8:30, but they're coming at 9:30 sometimes. But sometimes sick leaves, frequent leaves they are taking, absenteeism because of lack of motivation. And also, the worst case of the this that case is a staff turnover when people start leaving, they are resigning. The long-term service you can't expect. They are leaving the organization. That's the final part. And decision making may be slowed down as a result of the effective poor communication. Decision making will be taking long time to reach the destination, information, and there will be delay in the decision making. And this could be result in the business missing out an important opportunity. Right? This can be happen as a result of that. Let's say there will be the decision making must be taken quickly. Therefore, information is really important. Without information, yeah, decision making will be delayed and it can be wrong as a result of that. You are making bad decisions. So this is the effects of poor communication. In a question, it can become analyze the effects of poor communication, 6-mark question. Then you must be able to take 2 points and will be able to explain out of that 2 points properly to get the 6 marks. Okay, then we are moving on to the methods of communication. There are certain methods of communication. We are talking mainly the like traditional methods of communication, manual methods of communication, face to face, right? Face-to-face communication that can be happen like usually now we are using even this one, so like face-to-face communication. Like if we're online, we can find face-to-face communication, but normally we call a face-to-face mean information is exchanged by people who can see each other. So I can see your face, you can see my face, and we are talking, and then this face-to-face discussion. So there will be examples are given for this example, kind of a face-to-face things. Interview, right? As a human resource manager, you have to interview people for a position, and sometimes training session. For a training session, you have to do a face-to-face. We have to taught new skills face-to-face, and dealing with customers. When customer comes to the organization, you have to meet face-to-face, and customer goes and check the product, and then sample. Sometimes they go and the furniture or something, you can go and sit there. So dealing with customers either behind a counter or a reception, face to face, you can see hotel reception, you can see what can I do for you like that. And a presentation to investors, the media reporting the financial progress of the company, face to face interview, right? These are the main advantages and disadvantages. Why you should know this because sometimes there are questions analyze the importance of face to face communication. So main advantage I can see allow immediate feedback as a result of that, because if something is there doubt for you, and then I can immediately give the feedback for you and clarify that thing. Encourage cooperation, allow new ideas to be generated, and saves time because it's not like a writing method, it's writing this verbal method. Instantly I can give an answer. Face to face is very convenient in that way, save time, clarity, and even you can use your body language for a meeting. So your facial expressions, everything you can use in organization in a meeting. However, there are disadvantages as well. Negative body language may create a barrier. For example, like when you're talking, sometimes your voice tone, right? Sometimes your normal tone is like high tone, high pitch. Then customers will what happen? Oh, this person is scolding me, something like that. So negative body language. Sometimes different people they have different body languages. So sometimes that can be mistakenly customers will understand. Sometimes organization, they don't know how to approach. Sometimes the organization, the people, because sometimes problems, their personal problems, everything. Sometimes we can show from their body language. As a result of that, it creates a barrier, and record of message may not be kept. Right. So either electronic methods are there, we can record the meeting, but normally day-to-day like an interview, like a face-to-face discussion, we normally not recording, right? And mainly relevant, non-relevant information may be included as a result. Sometimes when you're talking, relevant information, non-relevant information, everything sometimes they can talk. And in a meeting, some people may not listen, right? So it's like a one-to-many. There are meetings can be a one-to-one and one-to-many, right? One-to-one situation, you can see like two individuals in a meeting, training session. But one-to-many situation, you can see now I'm here and you're here, it's a one-to-many. So in that case, what happened? Some of you might be there, not listen, right? Because we don't know actually you're listening or not. In a meeting, that's another disadvantage. We actually in a meeting we are talking. Let's say in a staff meeting, chairman is here. Let's say other employees are here, 100, 200 employees. We don't know. Some of them they can't properly listen. They can't properly hear. They can't properly. Sometimes they are in another mood or they are in a sleepy mood. Sometimes different. That's right. So some people may not listen actively, and finally limits the number of reach. For example, the capacity of largest meeting room. Right? For example, some meetings are there. For example, like electronic methods are there. There is a capacity. Okay? Some methods are there in a meeting. We can say maximum amount like only up to 200, up to 100, up to 200. You can have unlimited number. Right? So we can use television or something for like that. Like television also, there's a broadcasting limit is there, range is there. Otherwise, you have to use satellite navigation system. Then satellites all over the world we can telecast same time. The one person can talk to everyone, the billions of people they can reach. Social media is another way. You can reach billions of people. You can reach millions and billions of people. You can see number of followers are there sometimes, some YouTube channels, some Instagram, some social media. You can see how many followers are there for one person, right? So that's why he's like that person will always make a lot of money by giving sometimes they're using sometimes advertising everything because they know this message will be at least 100. If you have 100,000 subscribers, definitely 100,000 subscribers they will see this message. Okay, we are moving on to the written communication part, the second one. There are a lot of written communication methods they use from the ancient times. Letters very common thing. Letters they are normally using for formal methods mainly because there's a document, the printing. Sometimes they nowadays you can type a letter or write a letter. It's a very ancient method. Those days also during ancient times also people used to write letters and then sometimes they put that using some messengers to send the letter. Sometimes they use birds like pigeons, and they use that thing to send the letters to other people. So letters can be expressed so that the recipient can understand it. Letters can also be used to private information and provide record for the publication. However, letter writing can take time and effort, and some employees may have relatively poor written skills. That's the problem of letter. If you have a poor written skills and reading skills, that's why it's communication sometimes you can understand what someone telling but can't read the language. The reading skill you need to have to use the letter. So and evidence is that you can use letter again and again. You can photocopy it, you can reproduce, you can find out the letter. You can keep it as evidence. If you want to find some instruction, it's the best method is actually giving as a letter. Right? Reports. A report is another writing method. Communication report is normally bigger than a letter. Sometimes it can have many pages, like report cards. You can see like your report, right? School sometimes sending reports for you. Your termly report cards, which have separate pages for separate subjects: business, accounting, economics, biology, maths, English. Like that. So you have separate reports. It's like compiling different pages and principals' comments, class teachers' comments. Like there's a famous report. Everyone have a report card. So, and not only that, annual reports are there. Companies at the end of the year, their financial performance, marketing, human resource, everything they are showing their progress and everything progression in another report. There's another report, company report. Okay. So main report should be very concise and carefully structured and presented. However, the disadvantage of report is that they like take time to compile and you have to research and write it. Take time and sometimes information overload. Sometimes organization is too big. The third method of the written communication is memorandum, or simply we call memo. M-E-M-O, memo. Memo is short like a small page. Sometimes you need to have inform all the staff members today. Yes, there is a staff meeting at 2 o'clock, 2 p.m. in the auditorium. Like a small memo, like sometimes small chit. Sometimes they are using because of the communication portals like WhatsApp and everything. Now use of memo actually going down because short written messages are there passed to internal communication only, but they are using not for externally. Contain brief messages are flexible. So the main headings of a memo is to, from, date, and subject. Small like a small letter memo. To, from, date, subject. To all staff members, from chairman, date, today, and then subject, company meeting, staff meeting. This is the date, location, everything, whatever. So and so you can mention the subject code very briefly, concise. That's a memo, but you're using only internally, not externally. The third method of written method is form. Forms are there, especially it's very easy if you have like a make a form. For example, application form. When someone comes for a job, we can give okay, fill this application form, then we can interview you. Sometimes you can see when you want to enlist or enroll to the, you want to apply for the school prefectship, there's a form to fill, right? If you want to go home early, there's a form to fill. Okay? If you're absent, there's a form to fill. If you want to take a leave, there's a form to fill, formality. So this form is their name, right? Department, right? Date, signature. The most important thing, the reason for that, and other people approve everything. So different forms are there. organizations, you can see applications are sent to collect information for jobs, loan application forms, license application forms, claim forms, for expenses and other allowances forms, order forms, and timesheets forms. There are also a lot of examples of there are different types of forms. However, forms may be inflexible and can be become out of date. Form become out of date. Now we have the latest form is what? Google form. Google form, right? So we have Google form for everything. Now for absentee, there's another Google form. Staff attendance, there's another Google form. Like that, Google forms are there nowadays. Online, we can make a forms. It's easy. You can have a like a boxes are there. We can tick boxes. We can like a the selection parts are there. Sometimes easy. So then easily we can actually analyze the data. Not need to read everything in different way. The one way we can read and analyze all forms of data. And final method of the written method is notice board. The notice board is normally we can see everywhere, like especially internal communication method. This is this one. School notice board, you can see it's very famous. All of you might have noticed. Staff room, sometimes they have notice boards, and then universities they have notice boards. Office, every organization, government organization, they have a notice board, right? Notice boards are cheap to use and can pass on information to large number of people. However, they can become untidy and then open to abuse and often sometimes overlooked. Sometimes people can remove that notice. Sometimes they put some kind of like untidy. These things are there disadvantage, but notice board is there. It's very famous and very useful. You can pass a message to a lot of people. But because of the electronic systems, the importance, the importance of these messages, this communication method like forms and memos and notice board has gone down. And that's like the evaluation point. This depends on the people because no one is there, no need to reach to organization because they are working from home. So they don't have to go to organization to see their notice board. Everything happens. You can see we have Google Classroom, we have notice boards and WhatsApp, email, so many methods are there. Okay, now we are moving on to that method. You can see is this case, a good example is they are asking small communication, the staff communication. The URI is change in charge of the section and then has a call center that provides customer support for an insurance company. Customer support for an insurance company is responsible for 50 staff and wanted to all of them to attend a very short meeting and at the end of the day, Thursday evening. Right? He used to the section notice board to inform staff of the meeting. He thought that people did not see the notice, which was pinned in the board on Monday. So at least they could hear about on the grapevine. So they are giving a new term called grapevine. What is grapevine? So as a result, what happened when the meeting took place, 11 members of staff were absent out of 50. There's 50 members, but 11 of them absent. 39 only came. Is that effective or ineffective? So we have to find out. Right? Out of 50, 39 members came, 11 members absent, not 100% came. Sometimes they might go unnoticed this one because they don't want to read everything. Sometimes it's untidy. Sometimes they couldn't hear it from others. Right? Grapevine means sometimes gossips or rumors. Sometimes they are sharing informally. Right? If I read the notice board, you go and tell that thing to your friend. Okay, hey, you know that there's a meeting. Our boss actually called a meeting. Let's go. But 11 of them they miss that. They don't get that from others as well. They haven't read the notice board and also they haven't get the information from others as well. That's what happened. So if that case example internal external, these are internal communication. What is meant by the grapevine? Grapevine means you can see the informal method that organization communicate among people, example, rumors and gossips. And do you think that notice board, using notice board was an appropriate method of communication in this case? So what do you think? No. Because why? 11 members not came, they absent. So this case, I think 50 members are there. So as a result of that, this is a 21st century. It should have been set up a small WhatsApp group and you must be able to send that message there. Okay, here guys, we are going to have a meeting on Thursday and so on. Then you can say please note that there is a meeting on Thursday. So everyone get notice this one. But if you have pin it on the notice board, or at least you can simply must be able to send an email to everyone, copy to everyone. So like that, this case, like 11 people, there is around like a more than 20% people absent. To take as a percentage, 11 out of 50 means 22%. 22% people absent. So that is not effective, right? So as a result of that, I think we should go change this method of communication to a written method to electronic method. Okay, now we're moving to most important thing, the electronic method communication. Electronic communication happen like this ways. Email is very famous, popular method. Electronic mail, we're using internally as well as externally both. Email, they have advantages. You can attach photos, you can attach videos, you can attach audio, you can attach Excel file, Word file, PowerPoints, so many things there are. Maximum like a megabytes are there to attach. However, an email you can retrieve. Even the email that you sent like 5 years ago, 10 years ago, you can retrieve, you can still access that email. So it's like a storage method as well. You can again and again. But however, email sometimes become a problem when email flooded, like a spam messages are there. Spams and scans, spam messages, spamming, sometimes they're filling, sometimes automatically, sometimes emails coming from different websites, like shopping websites, for example, they are trying to send you notification. So as a result of that, inbox will be fully, sometimes it will be filled with like 1,000, 2,000 emails sometimes. I have sometimes the important messages also can be missed as a result of that. That's the thing they say. If you get so many emails for a day, the motivation to read the answer will go. So every single message is difficult to read. And internet is the second one. Internet is another very good important communication method used to internal and external both. Internet can be used to market the product for a promotion like shopping sites and allow customers to buy product, and with the credit and debit cards you can use internet like online shopping things, and provide general information about the history and nature of the business by using a company website. You can advertise your jobs inside the organization and outside the business, like you can have job vacancy advertisement you can post from internet. Obtain information about the companies, about the suppliers and about the customers. You can, it's like a method of research, and obtain information about potential suppliers and deal with customer queries online. So the main advantages of using internet. And there are another method called mobile phones. Mobile phones are always, nowadays everyone have a mobile phone, smartphones. I think that's a very valuable tool to communicate because not like a fixed phones, fixed line mobile phone, you can take it anywhere with you, and then it's like a fixed part now. Everyone have a mobile phone to communicate with each other online, and mainly rather than taking call nowadays, a lot of people using for is social media, because you can take online calls and mobile phones. So many things, you can send emails, you can take photos, you can take like a research on something, you can go to like a Zoom, and so many things you can do. So mobile phone device is very sophisticated device of communication. And social media, I think you immediately know the social media methods, like giving some examples like Facebook, Instagram, like Twitter. So many platforms are there, social media. Facebook, Twitter, communication business can use social media to communicate with customers. How they can create some pages, Facebook page, Instagram page, and you can follow my page, and then you can share information. It's very cheap method compared to advertising and everything. You can create one post and you can share. This message can be sent viral. Even YouTube, we can say another method of social media. So it's very important to also separate our social media, huge reach, and then 24/7 hours, and like a large number of people can send the media. So intranet is another method that we are using inside the computer, inside the organization, internal communication method. The people who do ICT know that method. Intranet, not the internet. Intranet. It's an internal system, internal network system, computer system, separate like a LAN, local area network. Within the system, you can email, and chat, communication, messaging, everything can be happen internally in the particular department and organization are linked together. Right? It enables users to access a common information. The advantage of this is actually such as it's like a staff diary, stock list, prices, company events, everything update instantly and available to everyone. which is speed also, and other no one can access to it. No spam, everything like because it's the intranet. But the priority of this because gone out of date because nowadays because we are using mostly internet and intranet because a lot of people are working from home. Other one is video conferencing, teleconferencing. Right now we are doing, I think everyone have can see video conferencing methods. So those days we have the methods also called Skype, sometimes FaceTime, sometimes WhatsApp call, everything. But this is a video conferencing technology, allow people in different locations to meet face to face. You're all from different location, I'm from different location, so we are meeting face to face. So what a wonderful technology. It's different parts of the world can link, right? So might be different parts of the world. People can come from not only from one country, several countries at one time, a certain time, but we must have using the same system, a camera, computer, telephone system. Teleconference is similar, but participants in the conference calls are all linked by telephone, a network. This is like an app system. Each person can talk to each other, and so they work like together. It's like a virtual thing, like a virtual meeting, like a virtual classroom. We can feel the same thing, so we can talk to each other. The only thing we are meeting that the physical that things how we can't see each other we, only from video only we can see, but that the human touch we call that some aspects of the sometimes practicals and everything. There are some limitations of video conferencing as well because there are some limitations because when you're doing practical aspects like let's say look at the chemistry, bioscience. Let's say when doing some practical session, sometimes you can't practically go and you can watch closely what's going on, what's happened. You can't feel and you can't touch, you can't feel because only you can see. It's a virtual only image only you can see. And finally, the last two methods, PA, the public address systems, because sometimes they call tannoy system. They're using factories, hotels, large stores, pass information to staff. Whether normally they are using some school like a bell, sometimes electronic bell to period direct changeover, sometimes find in the school. Okay, the bell system sometimes they're using. Some organizations are using like announcing system. Sometimes messages in the morning they are giving for the entire school this PA systems. Media unit is there responsible for this. Messages are broadcasted over the loudspeaker system so everyone can hear. Large area can be covered from this system early morning sometimes or after school during the time. Sometimes you can see the railway stations, airports. This system is there. Arrivals and departures of the planes they are going to announcing again and again. Otherwise, electronic notice board system. These perform a similar function to PA system, and but the difference is mainly that there is no voice, but there is an indication that digital notice board always digitally. You can see different languages, different colors, different things. You can see electronic notice board. You can see highways. Sometimes speed limits they are sending. Sometimes they say different warning signs, and sometimes different information they can electronically they can send to the people, pictures, messages, videos, sounds they can use. Communicate information to employees and visitors about the visual display unit located around the business, such as an reception. Other examples of electronic notice boards are departures and arrival boards at train stations and airports. Right? You can see these notice boards and everything. Right? So these are the main methods of the communication methods. Right? So we, as a summary, to wrap up the session, again I'll explain that the main we talk about the face-to-face method, interview method, and also we talk about the written method, like letters, memos, and right notices and everything. And we talk about the electronic systems, especially we talk about the computer system and the public address system, electronic notice board, emailing system, and intranet and extranet. So these are the methods of the electronics. So you must know the advantages and disadvantages of this thing. Explain questions can be tested, analyze questions can be tested. Even like sometimes evaluation questions also may be tested. You must know the advantages and disadvantages. You can see. So look at this generally this key point. Online communication is not without problems. There are some problems also. Common problems in the online communication is summarized in this like 5 points are there. In some areas, it's not possible to get broadband connection. Connection issues are there. It's a common thing. So geographically, location problems are there, and connections can be lost when using the internet. Like when there can be power cuts, connection can be lost. Wi-Fi can be the end of the data and everything. And email inbox get filled with electronic junk or spam mails. That's another disadvantage. And computer virus can lose the entire file system. Virus, there are malwares are there. We call ransomware is there. Sometimes so many things are there. Hackers are there. Right? Computer hackers maybe get hold sensitive and confidential information. These are the main like new threats of the digital world, new threats of the digital computers, the digital communication method. So I think you know the main now good side and the bad side of the communication. Okay, with that we'll wind up our today's session. Okay, thank you very much. Have a nice day. Bye.
Thank you,
Thank you,
sir.
sir.
Thank you, sir.
Bye.